Nico, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. I thought because Valentine's Day is coming up, we could make a scratch file for a Valentine's card.
That sounds fun. I'd like to. Thanks.
Okay, great. Let me show you what I'm thinking. So this is the little card that I'm thinking we can make.
Oh, I love bears. They remind me of California.
Yeah.
I like the music.
Our own character and what to say and the music, everything like that. Does that sound fun?
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Great. Let's get started.
Yeah.
So I sent you a link. If you can click on the link, then you should be able to go to Scratch.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Does yours look like this?
Yes.
Great. So the first thing we're going to do is just click on the See Inside button just up here on the top right.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it loaded. Good.
Great. So this is the starter file, and I've already loaded some Valentine's Day backgrounds into the file. So if we start up here where it says backdrops, we can go through and you can choose which backdrop you'd like for your file.
Ooh.
So you'll be able to see some cookies,
Good.
maybe mine, or heart cookies. We have
Good.
sweethearts with a heart tree.
Oh, I like the heart tree. The heart tree's pretty.
Okay, great. And maybe I'll choose a new background as well, just to change things up so I can make another card. Maybe I'll choose the sweethearts.
Perfect.
Great. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, you remember my little bear character that was saying Happy Valentine's Day? We're going to choose our own Scratch character. So do you remember how to create a new Scratch character?
Of course I do.
Could you tell us?
So at the bottom, you should see choose a sprite. You click on that and you see all the sprites.
So this little cat icon down there, we're going to click on that. Perfect. So
I go to fantasy.
Nice. Once we come here, it shows all the sprites that Scratch already has loaded. So you can scroll through and see which kind you like. If you want to filter by different types, you can click on animals at the top and it'll show you just the animals. Or Nico said she's going to click on fantasy. Let's see what's in there. Maybe we'll choose.
I got mine. I chose the fairy.
Oh, nice. I might choose.
Oh, I like the hippo. It's cute.
I might choose Giga. This is the original Scratch characters.
Yeah, I like her too. I use her sometimes in mine.
Nice. Okay, so you'll be able to click on your Scratch character and move them around the screen. Depending on what your background looks like, just move the character to where you think it looks the best.
Okay.
Okay? And now, is that good for you?
Yep.
Okay. Now, Nico, do you remember how we always start out our code?
We always started off in events. The yellow dot.
Yep, yellow dot events.
When green flag is clicked, always start with that. Great.
So in order to bring the code onto your character Giga, or whichever character you chose, you just click on the code block that's on the left and drag it over into the area where all of your code is going to live. And so then we can see it there on Giga's sprite. And when green flag clicked means when we click this green flag up at the top, anything that happens after that will know to get started. Okay, so now, first thing on our card, I think we should say Happy Valentine's Day, or you can say Happy Love Heart Day, or I hope you're having a great Valentine's Day, whatever you'd like. But we're going to go to the purple dot looks and choose the Say sprite. So you're going to drag over the Say Hello sprite and click it underneath the When Green Flag Clicked. You'll see when it gets closer to the When Green Flag Clicked, it looks like it's almost like a magnet and it wants to snap together. So drop it down there and they're connected. You can test it out by pressing the green flag and you'll see your character now says, hello.
She's saying hello.
Perfect. So we want to change that hello to say what we want it to say. In this case, Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So if you click inside the white bubble, you can start typing your own message. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to put an exclamation mark.
Me too.
Great. Okay, let's test that out by pressing the green flag. Make sure it works.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, great. Okay, so the next thing I thought would be nice is to play some music in our card. Because you know those cards that open up and they have music inside? Those are always nice.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the pink sound dot. And we're going to choose the play sound pop until done. And we'll just drag it over just like before and pop it right underneath our say block. Now, if you press the green flag, you hear a funny popping sound. So, Nico, if you don't want the popping sound, could you tell us how we could get a new sound or music?
New sound. So go up to where it says sounds next to costumes.
Yep, so up here, sound.
And next, you should see a little icon of the sound that we also, like, similar to the one that we got our sprites on.
So down here in the bottom left, the choose a sound button with the plus, we can click on that to find our new sound.
Yeah.
Great.
And you can search or find whatever sound you want.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna have.
Me too. I might try.
Classical piano, maybe.
Oh, I like the piano.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, maybe. Oh, I like the chill.
Nice.
Chill.
I'm gonna have classical piano. Okay. So now we can go back over to code. Thank you, Nico, for telling us how to add in a new sound. And we're going to click on the little pop arrow, the arrow next to pop, and you'll see the sound that we just loaded in. Which one did you choose, Nico?
I chose chill.
Okay, cool. All right. That's great. So let's test it out with our green flag. You test yours so that we only have one sound.
That looks good.
Nice.
Sounds good too.
Okay, great. So next, I thought it would be quite fun before we wrap it up to have some floating hearts that float down the screen from the top. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of like raining hearts. So in order to do that, we're first going to choose a new sprite. So remember down in the bottom right where you have that little cat with the plus, we're going to click on choose a sprite. And this time, I'm just going to search in the search bar, which is at the top left, for heart.
I found it.
Great. Or you can scroll down and find it, which could be faster. You
Quite
can
big.
have the heart face or the heart candy or the heart. I'm just going to go with the, oh, actually, I have a heart candy in my background. So maybe I'll have heart candy coming down.
Oh, yeah. I did a normal heart.
That's adorable. I can't wait to see your project. So my heart's quite big. Nico, do you know how to make it smaller? One of our.
Yep, I just did it.
Great.
So, go to that little size button and click on it, and you can size it to whatever you want. I personally think 20 was good for mine.
Okay, let me try 20. So Nico found this size, which is just here, right above where your heart came in, that says 100, which is sort of like 100% full size. And if we change that to 20, we can see our heart has gotten much smaller. So maybe I might make mine a little bit bigger because I have lots of heart candies on my.
Yeah, it might be a little hard to see, but mine looks good, 20.
Great. So all of them will be a little bit different. So again, we're going to start with when green flag clicked. So if you go again to the yellow events dot, you'll be able to see the when green flag clicked and drag that over. So you'll notice we're now writing code for your heart and not for your character that you had before. So that's why if you clicked back to your character, you'd see all the characters code. But now if you click onto the heart, we're going to write some new code. So when this green flag is clicked, first, we want to make sure that our heart goes all the way to the top of the screen. So if you've learned about the X and the Y axis in your math class, then you'll know the X goes which direction, Nico? Side to side or up and down?
Side.
Side to side. Exactly. And so the Y axis goes
up and down.
Down. And I like to remember it because the Y has a long tail that points.
I like to remember it. Well, my school taught me it. Down the corridor and up the stairs.
Huh.
Because our school has a long corridor and then like stairs.
Nice. Okay, so we are going to go to the motion blue dot and find the go to XY block.
Found it.
And we're going to drag that over and click it underneath the when green flag clicked. Now we need to figure out which X and Y coordinates our little heart needs to go to. So in Scratch, the Y axis goes from about maybe like 200 up and down and about 240 side to side. So if we choose 200 on our Y axis and we change the little bubble next to Y to say 200, you click inside there, and we press the green flag, we can see that our heart has gone all the way up to the top. Okay? So now that our heart is at the top of the screen, we want it to fall down. Okay? And in order to do that, we're going to use a repeat loop. So, Nico, do you know what a repeat loop is and where we can find it?
A repeat loop is in the orange dot in control, and it's the second one down.
Perfect. And we're going to drag over the repeat block and pop it right underneath the go to. And whatever goes into that repeat block, you can see it's sort of like a crocodile's mouth. Anything inside there will be repeated the number of times that it says inside the little bubble next to repeat. Yeah. So we are going to have it repeat the X axis getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller so that it falls down. So we're going to go to the blue dot motion again and find the block that says change X. Change Y. We want to change Y, right? To go up and down.
Oh, yeah. So change Y.
Okay, so change Y by 10, and we're going to pop that inside of the repeat block. But instead of 10, because 10 would be making it go up 10 every time, we want it to go down 10 every time. So if you just pop a little minus sign, yeah?
Yeah.
Great, right in front of the 10. Then you can just click on that block of code and see what happens. Okay, so if you just click on the top, you can see it's falling down
there yet.
A little ways. Yeah, so it looks like maybe we need it to repeat a few more times, doesn't it, Nico?
Yeah.
So right now we're only repeating 10 times and it's only getting a little ways down the screen. So what do you think we should try to get it all the way down the screen?
Maybe 50.
Okay, yeah, let's give it a go. So we're going to change the little white bubble next to repeat to say 50 instead of 10. Yeah, that's pretty good. Mine went all the way down to the bottom. Did yours?
Yep.
Great. Okay, so now we have one heart coming down from the top. The next thing we're going to do is clone. So I'm sure we've all seen clones in like TV shows and movies that we watch. A clone is like a duplicate of something, isn't it?
Or sort of like a twin.
Yeah, like a twin. Exactly. So our clone functions are under the orange dot control, and we can scroll down a little ways and you'll see the last 3 blocks in there that have things like when I start as a clone and create clone of myself. Okay, so first we're going to pull over the when I start as a clone, and we're also going to pull over the create clone of myself and just keep them separate so that we have them to use for later.
Okay.
So I'm going to put the when I start as a clone right up here next to my when green flag clicked. And instead of the code being underneath the when green flag clicked, I'm going to drag it over and put it underneath the when I start as a clone instead. Okay? And that create clone of myself, I'm going to pop underneath the green flag. So really, this should be doing the same exact thing that we had before, because if we look at it, it'll say when green flag clicked, create clone of myself. When it gets this instructions, it just pops right over here to when I start as a clone, and then goes through all the same steps that we had before. Does that make sense?
Clever.
Yeah. So this would obviously do it one time, but if we want it to keep doing it lots of times, then we can pop that create clone of myself into, what do you think?
The repeat loop?
Yeah, maybe a repeat loop. Great. So if you just scroll up a little ways, still under your orange dot control, you'll find the repeat loop that we had before. Shall we do a forever loop this time?
Maybe.
Maybe. Let's give it a try, which means it'll keep going forever and ever and ever. So I'm going to bring out the forever loop, and I'm going to pop it right underneath the green flag. And when you do that, it pops the create clone of myself right inside. But if that didn't work for you, you can always bring the forever loop over and put the create clone of myself inside and then connect it all up if that's easier for you.
Yes.
So now this is going to just create a clone over and over and over in the exact same space. So we need to change the X coordinate every time so that it comes in different spaces. Yeah. And maybe we should wait like a second or so in between each clone so that it's not like going crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So first let's get the wait 1 second so that we can see what's happening, which is also in the orange dot control. It's the very first one that says wait 1 second. And I'm just going to pop that underneath the create clone of myself, just so it gives us a little time to see what's happening. Let me know when you've done that. Cool. Okay. So if we pressed this green, when green flag clicked here, you would see the hearts coming down in the same spot every time. Yeah. So the last thing we're going to do before we end is use the pick random. Do you know what a random number is, Nico?
A random number is anything in between, like, and so say a number in between 7 and 10.
Yeah, and it can just pick a random one each time. That's exactly right. So
the random would be maybe 8.
Yeah, perfect. So if you look at the green dot operators, we can find a
pick random
bubble that says pick random 1 to 10. And you'll see it's sort of like a long oval. And that oval actually fits right inside of one of these white ovals. So if you bring the little green pick random on the left-hand side, put your hand right there on the left-hand side, and you want to put your mouse right over where the X is. When you get close, it'll be highlighted so you know you're in the right space. So we're aiming to get that pick random right into the go to block and right after the X. So when I drop it down, just move this here so you can see, it's right, it says go to X and then pick random 1 to 10. So if we press this green flag when green flag clicked now, we should be able to see it sort of changing from 1 to 10. But 1 to 10 isn't that much, so we can't see that much. So why don't we push this stop and choose negative 200, positive 200, or you could do negative 240, positive 240, whatever is easiest for you. But we want a big minus number and then the same big positive number so that it comes from one side all the way to the other side. Okay? And I'm going to make mine go a little bit faster by changing the wait 1 second to wait half a second, 0.5. Let's see what happens now.
Let me do that.
Okay. What do you think? Great?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing mine and I'm going to have you share your screen so that we can see your card. Oh, I love it.
So if we press play. Oh.
Good.
Not going everywhere, but I probably did something wrong in the code.
Oh, that's okay. It looks like you just have a negative 224 to
Wait,
a
it looks like it's running over the ferry.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. I really like that. So it's almost like on purpose, right on top of the ferry. Well, thank you so much, Nico. It was so fun to create the card with you, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.